For women over 55, relationships and dating might feel a bit different. Have you ever noticed that the hardest part is not actually meeting someone? It is the deep exhaustion that comes after. Think about this. You spend hours analyzing every single text message. You sit in silence, wondering why he suddenly pulled away, or trying to figure out who is putting in more effort. It feels like an endless test, a draining game of keeping score. Many women believe that older men are just confident, cold-blooded hunters. We assume they hold all the power, that they are completely in control of the situation. But the truth is, no matter how much a man tries to hide it, his reality is entirely different. Men at this stage of life carry deep insecurities. They are terrified of rejection, perhaps even more than we are. Behind their protective walls, they are simply searching for a safe harbor. They are desperately craving a peaceful place to land. It is time to throw away that exhausting scorecard. You do not have to play this game anymore. Stop chasing. Today, we are going to unlock 4 powerful psychological keys. These insights will help you stop the cycle of chasing and wondering. They will show you how to step into your true power, because you are the CEO of your love life. You control the narrative. Let's explore what it truly means to change the dynamics of your relationships forever.
Have you ever wondered if a man who knows exactly what to say is truly the perfect catch? Think about Evelyn. She is 58 years old, an empty nester, stepping back into the dating world after a very long marriage. She met a man who was incredibly charming. He was smooth, confident, and made her feel like the absolute center of the universe. His words were perfectly rehearsed. Evelyn was completely swept away. She desperately craved connection, so she mistook his practiced charm for true emotional intimacy. Because she felt so deeply desired, she quickly allowed physical intimacy into the relationship. She truly believed she had captured his heart. She thought she had finally found her safe place. But almost immediately, the sweet texts slowed down. The passionate late-night calls turned into a chilling, heavy silence. Evelyn was left staring at her phone, feeling completely empty. She had given her vulnerability to a beautiful illusion. He was not looking for a lifelong partner. He was just running a very familiar, well-rehearsed script. You deserve better. The truth is, our subconscious behaviors reveal what words try to hide. Genuine attraction often looks very different from smooth perfection. Imagine Claire. She is 60 years old, sitting in a quiet cafe across from a man named David. David is 62. He is a solid, good man with a kind heart. But on their very first date, he was an absolute nervous wreck. He accidentally knocked over his water glass. He stumbled over his sentences, struggling to find the right words. His body language was tight with anxiety. Years ago, Claire might have rolled her eyes and walked away. She might have thought there was no spark. But Claire has grown wiser. She understands her own self-worth. She did not need David to put on a flawless performance to validate her. Instead of silently judging him, she leaned into her queen's mindset. She offered him a simple, warm, forgiving smile. She gave him the profound gift of grace. She created a safe emotional space for him to simply breathe. And as the minutes passed, something beautiful happened. When David finally relaxed, the nervous man disappeared. He revealed a deeply caring, fiercely loyal heart. You see, David was not smooth because he wasn't practicing lines on dozens of women. He was clumsy and nervous because Claire truly mattered to him. He was absolutely terrified of losing his chance with a woman like her. He will notice. This silent exchange of grace changes everything we thought we knew about romance. It brings us to a profound realization about how a man actually categorizes the women he meets.
The Insight 1, the welcome mat, psychology. I understand, because I have heard this question countless times from women. Why do we assume men are always the fearless initiators in romance? We assume they simply see what they want and boldly go after it. But the truth is, a man's subconscious behavior operates very differently. When a man walks into a room, his mind immediately scans the environment. He is not just looking for the most beautiful woman. He is secretly searching for the woman who is least likely to reject him. Think about Susan. She is 61 and stepping back into the dating scene after years of being an empty nester. She spent months waiting for men to approach her. She sat perfectly still, radiating an icy nonchalance. She thought playing hard to get was the key to keeping her self-worth intact, but she was actually building an invisible wall. Men see that coldness and their deepest insecurities flare up. They will always choose the path of least emotional resistance. This is what psychologists call the welcome mat effect. A man needs a subtle signal of safety before he risks his fragile ego. Want to test it? You do not have to chase him. Chasing diminishes your queen's mindset. Instead, simply lay out the welcome mat. Catch his eye from across the room. Hold his gaze for just a second and offer a soft, genuine smile. Then, simply look away. You are the prize. That tiny moment of grace is not an act of desperation. It is the opening of a door. It gives his subconscious the green light it desperately needs. But what happens when he finally walks through that door and his nerves completely take over?
The Insight 2, Decoding the Keynote Fear and the Grace of a Second Chance. Most people misunderstand a good man's clumsy first impression. We are so used to the smooth talkers. So when a man stumbles over his words or acts awkward, we instantly assume there is no chemistry. But let's look at this through a psychological lens. Why do the most genuine men often seem so unpolished? Imagine Richard. He is 63, a retired engineer, and a devoted father who has not been on a date in 20 years. He finally meets a woman like you. He sits across the table and his mind goes completely blank. He accidentally spills his coffee and starts rambling about the weather. This is what psychologists call the keynote fear. For a man of high character, sitting in front of a woman he truly values feels exactly like standing on a massive stage. It feels like giving a keynote speech to 5,000 people without a single note of preparation. His subconscious behaviors are in absolute overdrive. He is terrified of saying the wrong thing because he actually cares about the outcome. The smooth men do not have this fear because they are not emotionally invested. They are simply reciting rehearsed lines. Want to test it? The next time a kind man seems a little awkward, do not write him off immediately. Do not retreat into cold nonchalance. Instead, lean deeply into your queen's mindset. Give him the profound grace of a second chance. Lower the emotional pressure. Ask him a simple question about something he is passionate about, and just quietly listen. When you create that safe space for emotional intimacy, his keynote fear will slowly melt away. You will watch a nervous stranger transform into a confident, deeply protective partner. But this level of emotional safety brings us to an even deeper truth about how quickly we move forward.
The Insight 3, the paradox of intimacy and the forever material categorization. The truth is, no matter how much a man tries to hide it, his brain is deeply wired by the labor theory of value. We naturally cherish the things we have to work for. Think about Brenda. She is 64, a beautiful woman who spent 30 years building a family. When she started dating again, she met a charming man. She wanted to feel loved and desired, so she allowed physical intimacy very early on. She thought giving him what he wanted would secure his heart. But instead, his texts grew colder. His calls became less frequent. Brenda was heartbroken. She did not realize that in a man's subconscious mind, an instant physical connection often destroys the motivation to build emotional intimacy. Men mentally categorize women very quickly. They silently separate women into short-term fun and forever material. When physical intimacy happens before an emotional foundation is built, his subconscious behaviors shift. He no longer feels the need to discover your mind, your fears, or your dreams. He stops trying to earn your trust. You inadvertently remove the mystery that fuels true attraction. Holding back is not about playing a manipulative game. It is deeply rooted in your self-worth. It is about maintaining your queen's mindset. Want to test it? Set a gentle but firm boundary around physical intimacy. Take things slowly. Tell him you value a deep emotional connection first. If he suddenly loses interest or walks away, do not chase him. Do not retreat into bitter nonchalance. Simply let him go. Stop chasing. His departure is not a loss. It is the ultimate perfect filtration system. You just saved yourself from a man who was never looking for a safe harbor to begin with. And when you protect your boundaries like a true queen, it changes the way you measure your entire relationship.
The Insight 4, the non-scoring mindset. As we get older, we become wiser about what truly matters. One of the biggest mistakes women make is bringing a youthful ego into mature romance. We carry over the old habits of our 20s. We turn dating into a battlefield. We constantly keep score. Who texted first today? Who is putting in more effort? Think about Margaret.
She is 65, and she was completely exhausted from this exact game. She met a wonderful man, but she refused to call him first. She used cold nonchalance as a shield. She thought she was protecting her self-worth. But psychologically, keeping score is just a defense mechanism. It is a subconscious behavior born from the deep fear of being vulnerable. When you are constantly measuring his effort against yours, you are not building emotional intimacy. You are just building invisible walls. At this stage of our lives, we no longer have the energy for the exhaustion of playing hard to get. Love over 50 is not a competition. It is a search for deep, quiet soul alignment. A high-value man, a man who is genuinely looking for a safe harbor, does not want to fight a daily battle to prove his worth. He has spent his whole life competing in the outside world. He wants his relationship to be a sanctuary. He wants a queen who is secure enough to step out of the arena entirely. Want to test it? Stop counting the hours between his text messages. Stop measuring every little interaction. Instead, take a deep breath and ask your subconscious mind a much more powerful question. Does this man share my vision of happiness? Does he bring peace into my life? When you drop the scoring mindset, you stop playing games. You start making choices. And that is the ultimate secret to stepping into your true power.
The power of recognizing your own absolute self-worth. As we get older, we become wiser about what a real connection requires. Men deeply crave to be understood. By practicing strategic empathy, you are not lowering your standards. You are protecting your peace. You are stepping into your queen's mindset. You are the CEO of your own love life. You control the culture of your relationship. You have the ultimate authority to decide who gets to stay and who must be let go. Never forget that you are the prize. Stop chasing and start choosing. You deserve a love that makes you feel deeply cherished. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever given a second chance to a nervous but genuine man, or walked away from a smooth talker who only wanted physical intimacy? Share your story in the comments below to help other women on this journey. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe for more insights on relationships and human behavior. Thank you for watching, and remember, your heart is a rare treasure, so only give the key to a man who knows how to protect it. I will see you in the next video.